It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. All right. That sounded convincing the way you said it. Yeah.
Yep. Wonderful. Just wonderful.
Do you have an exciting weekend?
Busy.
Busy. That's good.
Busy. Got not even a quarter done of what we wanted to because things were way too tall and way too wet.
I can believe that. It's tough mowing when there's moisture out there and when things get to a certain height and you got to go over it a number of times to get it right. And
The last I mowed yesterday, the last place I mowed, sitting on my mower, I could not see over the grass to see the street.
I've been there one time. I don't want to be there again.
I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it. It's rough on your stuff.
You can't see what's in front of you. You can't see somebody threw something out. Whatever the case may be, yeah, it's tough.
Don't know if some zombie's going to jump out after you.
Not so worried about the zombie, maybe a snake or two, but that happens.
That has happened.
Yes.
Yeah, that has happened. But like you say, you don't know if there's a big log that's dropped down in there. Yep. So you got to go really, really slow. It's just crazy.
It is.
Did you have a wild weekend?
It wasn't a wild weekend. We had a little gathering with all the girls wrestling team over at Cooper Park and did some grilling out and played some little weird, unorthodox games, challenge games, something a little fun.
Yeah.
They had a good time. Got a
good
chance.
Turnout?
Got a chance for all the girls kind of meet each other, and we had some new ones there. So I thought it turned out really well. And then drove to Fayetteville yesterday. Got to see my daughter, and now I'm back at work.
Pretty exciting.
Yep. There you
Your
go.
wife made it home nice, safe and sound?
Yes, she's been down to Hot Springs with her family, and they did some big thing where they stayed right on the strip where they pump in all that natural hot water. And so you got to take a sauna thing or baths and everything, and it's all in those mineral water and stuff. So they had massage. It was a girls' day, so I just let them go. I don't even want to know.
No, probably not.
Don't even want to know.
Yeah.
But yes, she made it back Sunday and hopefully rejuvenated. And
She going to bless us with her presence next weekend or this Friday at Harrison?
I don't know. Depends on when she can get out of work and head on over.
I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah, the out-of-town ones, she may not be able to attend most of them.
I don't like to hear that.
I know.
But Harrison's just a little jaunt down the road.
Yeah, Harrison's an hour away. That ain't bad.
Let's take it to the Lord in prayer this morning. Brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. With all our respect is not only their motto, it's the way they do business. Renata Jenkins-Byler and her staff all across the state of Arkansas, and there are 29 locations, one in Memphis, Tennessee, do a great job serving you in your time of need. A way to help with some of that stress is pre-planning. Do a little pre-planning. Go see Roller Funeral Home, get that done. And now, the morning prayer. Lord, we give you thanks and we ask for your guidance on how to deal with life's things, big and small. If we would do that, get your wisdom and your knowledge before we make decisions, things would probably turn out way better. And Lord, we just pray that you will continue to watch over us and be with us and keep us safe. Lord, we always pray for our firefighters, our policemen, our first responders, our doctors and our nurses as they deal with things that change day to day. But Lord, we also pray for our students, our administration, and we need to also pray for the folks that are behind the scenes at these schools, the janitors, the cafeteria workers, all those folks that make the school day go on and without a mishap, and that's what we ask for. Lord, we just pray for the knowledge on how to deal with the school millage that they're working on revamping and trying to get things done to correct the problems that we have at our school. So, Lord, we just thank you for all that you do for us and for all the things that are yet to come. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, 29 locations to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. If you don't know where they're located here in Mountain Home, take a trip up Highway 5 North past Hospital Drive. Start looking to the right. You'll see a big old American flag. That's their entrance. Pull in there. Go talk to them about pre-planning. Pre-planning is probably one of the things that should be done by everybody, but probably done by few. You know what I mean?
I agree 100%.
So go check them out. Roller Funeral Home. Now we're going to have a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team, Century 21 Realtors here in Mountain Home, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Check it out.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
And we're back.
See you at the opening.
I still get a kick out of that commercial every time I see it.
We see it every day, and it's still funny.
Yeah. Just doesn't get old because you've been there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no matter, all through different things in life, you've been there. You don't want to have the abandoned feeling. Give Bob and Linda Zadora the phone call at 870-405-0793. I'm guessing this morning we're going to have a clear shot.
You think? Let's
Hopefully.
take a look.
It is a clear shot.
Good job. Good call.
It is a clear shot, and what you're looking at is a shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas, the city of Cotter. Down to the lower left is the Rainbow Bridge. Did you get any good shots of that this morning when you come in?
I didn't even pay any attention, to be honest
Well,
with
by
you.
golly. Just a little bit north of that is the old railroad bridge. Contractors Trust is way off to the right. The baseball diamond, the Railroad Museum, the city of Cotter. You can't see anything on it, but if you look past the building there on the right at Contractors Trust, City of Mountain Home is in that area. City of Bull Shoals is directly across the river there on the left-hand side. Way off in the horizon is the state of Missouri. The Witch's Hat Water Tower is there at about, the 1 o'clock position. It is a great shot today from the folks at Century 21 Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Check out their website, retiredarkansas.net.
There's some fog on that
There
side.
is some fog on that side. You can check out all the MLS listings there. If there's something that you like, get on the horn quickly and give them a call at 870-405-0793 because things may be changing in the real estate world, but they're still not slowing down much. So if you see something that you like, you better start talking to somebody about it, and it might as well be Bob and Linda Zadora at the Z Team. There's that bird flying down the middle. You know it's a live shot when you can see a bird flying.
There you go.
870-405-0793 is the number. One more time, retiredarkansas.net. These are realtors you would recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to assist you in your realty needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, farmland, you name it, they can give you some help. Doesn't matter what area of Central Arkansas, North Central Arkansas you're in. Southern Missouri, they're licensed in Missouri and Arkansas both, and they can give you a hand. That's a pretty good shot too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at the weather. If I get there. Temperatures around the area. Mountain Home is 75, Harrison is 73, Batesville is 76, Yellville 73, Marshall 70, Salem is 75, Mountain View 70, Calca Rock 75, West Plains 75, Springfield, Missouri 75, along with Poplar Bluff and St. Louis at 74. By golly. We'll zoom out and get a view of the whole USA. Looks like we've got some rain down around the coast there at Houston. Over on the east coast there, off the coast of South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida on both sides, their coast there. Not a whole lot of anything in Arkansas. They say there's going to be a little bit of rain this afternoon. Hopefully that'll just breeze on through here and not much to talk about. Still got a lot of grass to mow. So rain up in Detroit. Let's zoom into Arkansas a little bit closer and see what that's going to show us at about 1 o'clock today. A little bit of showers around Rogers and Fayetteville. Doesn't look like they're going to amount to much. they'll probably be gone by midday. But other than that, it looks pretty clear. If you're traveling, just be careful. You don't know when a little pocket shower is going to pop up, and drive safely. Midwestern U.S. severe storms continue through Minnesota. I'm not sure. How's that Midwestern? I guess that doesn't matter north and south. It's just east and west. But
Yeah.
nothing that's going to affect us here in Arkansas, it doesn't look like. No watches, no warnings in the state of Arkansas at this time. Louisiana, Missouri, Oklahoma, all clear. Tennessee, some flash flood warnings in Mississippi, but I don't think it's much to worry about for us, for sure. 7-day forecast, chance of showers today, 50%, high today of 90, low tonight of 70. High tomorrow is 90, slight chance of storms again, 20% chance. Tuesday night clear, 62 degrees, sunny. Wednesday 87. Wednesday night mostly clear, low 62. Sunny Thursday at 86. Partly cloudy Thursday night. And Friday sunny and 88. Let's take a look at Saturday. Next Saturday going to be sunny and clear, high near 89. And on Sunday, high near 88. Pollen count. Tree pollen, none today, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Grass, low today, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Ragweed, moderate today, moderate tomorrow, and high on Wednesday. You starting to feel the effect of that, Scooter?
I had my mic muted, sorry. The allergies this time of year really doesn't bother me too
Doesn't
bad.
bother you too bad?
No. Now in the spring times when I usually feel it a little bit.
Yeah. Lake Norfolk. Lake level 555.31, which is 3.31 above full pool of 552. They are currently not generating at this time. Lake Bull Shoals 660.33, which is 1.33 above full pool of 659. They're currently running 2 generators. If you're taking a trip on the river this morning, you probably should give them a call at 870-431-5311. Get the updated generation report for yourself, and remember that can change periodically throughout the day. They don't normally change it a lot during the day, but if they do, don't get caught not knowing where things are on that river. That's the weather and the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793, the Z Team at Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, located across the street from McDonald's. If you go in there, you have to ask for the Z Team. You tell them you want to talk to Bob or Linda Zadora. And take a quick break. We'll be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're going to talk a little bit of sports this morning, a little bit of a sports update. Mountain Home and Volleyball will be hosting Brooklyn today. The JV will start at 4:30. Cotter will be at Flippin. ICC will host Highland. Salem will host Melbourne. Lots of volleyball action going on.
Lots of volleyball.
Pretty exciting. Talk a little bit of football. ICC, who plays 8-man football, hosted Mountain View for their inaugural game on Friday night. They did not come out on top of that. However, Yellville Summit won their first season opener after 11 years. They played Baptist Prep, and they came out victorious. Mountain Home did lose their season opener to Nettleton, 39-49. We're going to have Coach Steve Jones and hopefully Coach Justin Crane on a Zoom call here in just a little bit. We'll visit with them and see how they feel about winning their first season opener for a long time. Talk about community news a little bit. I've kind of jumped the gun here, kind of flip-flop things on us this morning, Scooter.
It's all right.
Baxter County Fair attendance increased by over 4,000 people this year.
4,000 people.
That's a lot of people. Trying to get that to open up so I can talk about it a little bit more. The they changed the schedule on when that was because they couldn't get the carnival in here on time, so they actually ran a week earlier than normal, but they're very happy with the turnout. The success was great. They said the parade was really wonderful. Had some float winners and things, but it's an exciting time when the Baxter County Fair comes to town, and some folks are glad it's over, but I bet them little kids. Did you get a chance to go?
I did not. Usually I try to go by and at least see the exhibits and talk to some of them, but I did not get a chance this year. My son went there a million times, I'm sure.
I bet he did. Check his bank account.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how many times
Yeah, he'll be broke.
He'll be broke for a little bit. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of positive news going on. Not like there's a whole lot of negative, but we like to stick on the positive. There's, I was looking for, thought there was another festival coming up this weekend. I'll have to have it for tomorrow. So anyway, this morning we've got Coach Dell Leonard. We're going to talk about some high school golf and the golf teams that are coming up, some matches coming up and how they've been faring to this point. So we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back. Coach Dell Leonard will be back in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Dell Leonard, the Mountain Home Golf Coach. You coach both boys and girls, right?
Yes.
And season's been going, gosh, nearly a month now.
August the 1st was our first match here at Big Creek. The Ultimate Auto Group sponsors it. It's the biggest tournament in the state of Arkansas.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the exact number of kids, but we had 16 boys teams, 15 girls teams.
Wow. And how'd your teams fare?
We split our boys because we had 9 boys that are considered varsity. So we had a Mountain Home Blue and a Mountain Home Gold, and one of those teams finished 3rd. So that was, I was pleasantly surprised with that. And then the girls actually finished 3rd. Probably would have finished 2nd, but we had a young lady who was showing some signs of heat illness, so we pulled her, and her score would have been one of our better scores. But there's no sense in taking a chance right there. But both teams did finish 3rd, so that was a great showing.
It's a good time. How many kids do you have out this year?
We have 14 boys and 8 girls.
How senior loaded are you?
On the girls' side, heavy. We've got 4 seniors, and Faith Hilvert, Lexi Rawls, Emma Killian, and Carson Wyatt. And on the boys' side, we have 2 seniors, Chris Lindenmeyer and James Douglas.
When you guys practice, all your practice is done at Big Creek?
Yes, we're very fortunate that Big Creek allows us to come out there and use their facilities. In the summer, we try to do a lot of early morning practices from 6 a.m. To 9, just mainly because the heat was pretty intense this summer, but also it gives us free reign to the facilities and the course during that time for the most part, and we're not getting in the way of the members or the other people that want to come out and play during that time. Right now, we're practicing after school. We start at 3:30, and then we go till about 5:30 or 6. And of course, we're fortunate because we have a group of kids who stay and work on things on their own. So they're welcome to do that.
And with golf, what does an off season in the golf look like?
Well, at Mountain Home, it typically looks like another sport. But I also believe in golf, you got to have 2 or 3 that's what they do, is play golf. It is a difficult sport. It's something that requires a lot of time and effort. I used to get so aggravated playing college baseball when people would say hitting a golf ball is the hardest thing to do in sports. You know, and you're standing up there in the box and seeing 92-mile-per-hour sliders, and that's pretty difficult to square up. But I do believe that hitting a golf ball the distance you want to hit it and stopping it where you want to stop it is the most difficult thing to do in sports. And it requires a lot of skill, a lot of time, a lot of effort. And I go back to the teams that Coach Morris had with Garrett Wilhite and Richard Zimmerman and some of those guys, the Simons kid. I think Brad Simons, those kids, you know, they had 1 or 2. That's all they did was play golf, and then they also had some kids that played other sports. So it was a good combination. And so the off season varies for all of them.
Your team is made up of sophomores, juniors, seniors, or do you go dip down into the freshman year?
We have some freshmen that are contributing heavily this year. Jack Coleman on the boys' side has been our top 3 scorers all year. And then Abby Edens on the girls' side has been in the top 2 all year with her scores. And then Anna Torres also on the girls' side has been in the top 4 most of the years. And those are freshmen. Matter of fact, our top 2 on the boys' side, Ian Ellison and Chase Berwald, are both sophomores. So we do have some youth that has a lot of promise.
So the future's pretty bright for the golf teams?
Well, I hope so. It depends on the kids. It depends on how hard they work. And sometimes you see early success can turn into complacency or comfort. And that's what we don't want. We want our kids to continue to get better every day. And I think that those kids that I mentioned, those younger kids, along with their teammates, I think they understand that.
Yeah, they can't lay back. They've got to continue on and push hard.
Or if you wanted to use a golf term, you can't lay up. You gotta keep going for the pin. You got to be aggressive, and we want them to keep getting better for sure.
How is a golf season set up? Is it all tournaments, or is there one-on-one matches? Are they dual matches, tri-matches? How does it set up for you guys throughout the year?
Everything is stroke play, and It's different because I think so many people look at golf as an individual sport, and if you're watching the PGA on TV, it is. In high school, it's definitely a team sport. You still can play for the individual medalist, which is the top score, but you're taking, on the boys' side, you're taking 5 boys and you're taking the top 4 scores and combining them against everybody else's top 4. On the girls' side, it's 4 girls and the top 3 scores. So we say it all the time, every stroke counts. Everything is stroke play, and we play matches against at least one other school. Sometimes we may be playing a match with 6 other schools, and then you play in tournaments, and you try to get in as many tournaments as you can, because most tournaments are 2 days, and that only counts as 1 match or 1 playing date, and you're allowed 12 playing dates by the AAA.
Do they combine the score, and at the end of the 2 days, is that the score?
Yes, and that's the best way to figure out who the best team is. You get into a 1-day competition, you might get a kid or team catch lightning in a bottle and have a great day, and then the more talented team may have a bad day. So 18 holes usually doesn't, it will most time, but it usually doesn't really signify who the most talented team is or the best team is. That's why we like 36 holes, because if you play for 2 days and you grind out 36 holes, you can usually find out who's the most talented, who the best team is. And currently, I do not like the way Arkansas does it. The conference, which we're hosting, is just 18 holes. Again, the best team may not win that. And then the state tournament is just 18 holes for 5A. Now, one classification above us, they do 36 holes. And I think that's the best way to find a true champion. I believe the same thing when you look across other sports like baseball. 3 years ago, Tim Carver had the best baseball team in the state of Arkansas here at Mountain Home. They were the #1 seed in 5A going into the tournament. They run into Texarkana, who has a kid on the mound being drafted. And, in baseball, a pitcher can change everything. So it should be the best 2 out of 3, I think, in those sports as well. But that's just my opinion.
Those work sometimes.
Yeah.
How many matches have you had so far this season?
Gosh, we're halfway through the season. We played in our tournament here at Mountain Home, sponsored by Ultimate Auto Group. We had a match at home against Gosnell, team over in Northeast Arkansas wanted to come over and play. We played in the Fayetteville tournament. We've played in the Benton tournament with just boys. We just got back from the Jonesboro Hurricane Classic, and that's the one. The Jonesboro Hurricane Classic is the first one we've had. Last week we had, first week of school was a busy week for us, because we went to Benton with the boys, then we went to Harrison with the boys and the girls, and then we went to Jonesboro on Friday. So that was a heavy week. It was not necessarily planned that way. It's just the way it happened with the schedule. But we've played a lot of matches really before we get into the school year, and we're halfway through the regular season, and we have about 5 or 6 matches left, and then we head to, we host conference tournament, and it's state, and then it's over before you know it.
Mm-hmm. How many teams will make it to the conference tournament?
All 8 teams play in the conference tournament. All 8 teams qualify. You don't have a conference season. 8 teams just are invited and eligible. They show up and play. The top 4 out of 8 will go to the state tournament.
Where will it be held?
Conference will be together with boys and girls here September the 21st at Mountain Home at Big Creek. Girls State is September. It's the first week in September. I'm sorry, the last weekend in September, or week, Monday and Tuesday at Russellville, and the boys will be the following week, the first week, or Monday and Tuesday in October, and that one is at Benton.
So after the conference tournament, the boys will have nearly 2 weeks to just practice?
Yeah, and the girls will have about 3. It's really about 1 week for the boys and 2 weeks for the girls to prepare for state.
30 minutes after the hour, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Dell Leonard, he's the head golf coach for Mountain Home High School. Coach, you're not just the golf coach, you also coach basketball. Let's talk about some basketball real quick.
Well, we're excited. I haven't been to practice as much because like I said, we were on the road 4 out of 5 days last week. But my wife, Lindsay Leonard, is the assistant, and very thankful to have her in there. And it's a good group. It's a fun group. We've got 2 seniors, Lauren Waymeyer and Cameron Mullen, and 2 juniors, in Parker Husky and Ashlyn Estes, and then I have 6 sophomores. And what we're seeing is all positive, and there's a really high level of energy, a definite desire and want to play basketball and work on their own. And you can usually tell after doing it for quite a while that you get a pretty good feel. You can't always predict wins or losses, but you can tell when you've got a group that loves the game, and you got a chance to have a fun year.
Do the group of girls that you have now, can you see the desire to win in them?
Yeah, and I was thinking golf when I said 2 seniors. We have 3 seniors. Amelia Rucker is also one of our seniors, along with Lauren and Cameron, and those 3 had a great summer, so I apologize for that. So.
Do they play outside of the school in the summertime?
In the past, Amelia's played AAU, and then Parker and Ashlyn. Those are 3 of the 5 upperclassmen that have played a lot of AAU.
For people that don't know, what is AAU?
It's Amateur Athletics Union, and there's so many different acronyms and different summer basketball.
It just keeps them involved in basketball.
Yeah, spring and summer basketball, and then they also, you see kids all the time working on developing their game. So Amelia, Parker, and Ashlyn have done that a lot. Parker played with a 10 for 10 this summer. Amelia's played for that same program, and Ashlyn played up until she had a surgery. She actually will be out until I believe around December. So
what kind of surgery did she have to have?
It was a spinal cord, something with her spinal cord. It was pretty intense, but as far as we know, everything went great, and she's going to be fine. So, and then talking about summer basketball, we have, out of those 6 sophomores, I'm pretty sure that all of them played this summer. So we're excited about our team.
And who's taken over the junior high program?
Keaton Tennyson, and he actually has ran the 10 for 10 training, which is, a basketball facility. He does a lot of other sports, but very knowledgeable. I've known him for a long time. Great basketball person. And with the moves, we had a few moves we made amongst our staff, so shifting some things around, and we weren't able to open that position until later. But Coach Husky and I knew that we wanted to talk to Keaton, and we were able to get him on board, and we're excited about him being on our staff.
Who takes care of your 7th grade program for you?
Jill Daves, our head volleyball coach, is also our 7th grade coach, and her assistant is Craig Jackson. And, she has so much experience at the high school level, coaching volleyball, but she also has experience at the high school level with basketball. And she does a great job with our 7th grade program, helping Keaton at the junior high. We've hired Jordan Campbell, young lady from over in northwest Arkansas. That's been a great addition to our staff as well.
So you've got 2 7th grade, 2 junior high, and then you
2
and
high
Lindsay
school.
at the
That's
high
correct.
School.
All right, 6 people on staff.
6. And the big tournament over the Christmas break, that'll happen this year?
Yes, it's the 27th, 28th, and 29th, and I don't know that I could remember every team that's coming in, but you've got Springdale Harbor, Rogers, Farmington, Paragould, Mountain Home, Flippin, just down the road will come over. They always bring a good crowd, and that's 6 of them. We've got a team, Fairgrove, Missouri's coming in, super talented. We saw them a couple times this summer, and they can really play. So it's going to be a good tournament, and I'm missing one team there.
Is the Mountain Home Christian Academy play in that with you?
I think they play on the boys' side.
On the boys' side?
Yeah, they play on the boys. They did last year. I don't know if they're on the bracket this year or not.
Now, are they on your schedule for regular season?
We're going to try to play a couple of JV games with our JV playing their varsity, and if we can, they're right here. It makes sense to do that. We have 12 girls, and I highly anticipate to play 9 or 10 at the varsity level. You want to make sure those other 2 young ladies are getting to play in games as well. So we'll try to find as many of those JV games as we can.
It'll be a good time, good learning experience for both teams at that point.
I think so.
What else is going on in your athletic world?
Well, with golf, going 100 miles an hour and then trying to be at basketball when I can,
Who helps you with the golf team, Coach?
Oh, gosh, we've got some good help. We've got, on the boys' side, we've got Nick Coleman, who is played college golf. You see a lot of times all these guys that are helping us are out there at Big Creek. They're members and very knowledgeable. They want to help the kids. But you got Nick Coleman, you've got Andy Westcoat, you got Scott Sherry helping on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Brent Edens, who is the golf superintendent out there. So he's burning the candle at both ends most of the time. Then we've also had Ron Houck, who's come out and helped us, and then Robert Pavlicek helps the kids as much as they can. Now, some of those guys may not always be at practice, but they do a lot behind the scenes. A kid can call them, and they'll meet them out there. Kirk Brown is really good with kids, and they may not necessarily always be at practice, even though some of them are always at practice. But some of them, the kids know, hey, if I text like Kirk or Robert, then they may not be able to be at practice every time, but they'll meet them out on the range or on a Sunday, and they'll help them. And we've got so many good golfers here in Mountain Home. Why not use them and make them part of the program and the team? And they've embraced it, and they love to see the success the kids have. What we have to get to is we got to get to at least a core group that are excited about golf outside of August and September. And what happens is we got great kids, but they get into August and September and, you know, they love it. They can't get enough of it. And then they just get busy. And for the other 10 months, they don't really touch their clubs that much. And that's a large percentage of our teams right now. And I couldn't imagine what they would be like in their other sports, in the basketball, baseball, things like that, if they only invested 20%. You know, and that's really less than 20% when you're talking about 2 months out of 12. And so we got to get that Brad Simons type kid. You know, we got to have about 2 or 3 on the boys team and then 1 or 2 on the girls team, and they're the anchors and they're really invested. And then you fill that in with kids that play other sports and so forth.
For people that may have just moved into our area, what is the feeder program for the golf team? Well,
it actually has been in limbo a little bit because we were in between pros, and Todd Dunaway, our former pro, went to Paradise Valley in Fayetteville, and then we had a gray area there where we didn't have, you know, we were interviewing, or Big Creek was interviewing and trying to find a pro, and right now we have James Stanovsky, who does a great job with our youth, and he's got plans. You know, he's running a junior golf program right now, but really the junior golf program out at Big Creek is the feeder. We can have a camp, and that's something that we might do in the future as a high school program, but in a lot of ways that's a fundraiser. That's not a program builder, so to speak. But right now what Big Creek does, much like, you know, most of your fall sports, you know, such as tennis and things like that, you rely on the youth programs that Big Creek and the other programs around the town have. So,
yeah, I noticed Big Creek hosted a child parent tournament this weekend. Looked like they had a pretty good turnout for that.
They did, and you know, most of your kids that play golf, that are pretty good at golf, they have a mom or a dad that are pretty serious about golf, and that's what you want to get from your youth program is a kid who may not have been introduced to the sport through their parents, but they get a chance to learn it and love it early on. And so we try our best through the school to promote whatever it is that Big Creek's doing.
What about the cost for a youngster to play?
Really nothing. I mean, we have members who I just have, you know, Jim Wingard and Janet Wood. Just one of our girls, I just happened to notice she had 8 clubs in her bag. You can have 14. And so I just made a phone call, and the next day Jim Wingard and Janet Wood had a set of clubs, full set, putter through driver. And, you know, any time that a kid needs something, there's people here that'll help. I never have to worry about golf balls because so many people just give golf balls and we just give them to the kids. This year, Kidspiration and in AEC, Mel Coleman and Debbie Coleman and Nick Coleman and Leah Coleman bought our boys' uniforms and caps. On the other side, on the girls' side, Brent Edens and Marty Edens bought the girls' caps, and then Chris Webb and Michelle Webb not only bought the girls' uniforms, but they made a monetary donation that has taken care of a lot of things. The school always provides us with meals, but you may get into a situation where a parent may say, "Hey, I want to take these kids here, and I've got it. I'll take care of it." It is zero cost, and I think that's a little bit of a myth with golf. It doesn't cost a kid anything to get started into golf. It's if they come through if they just let us know. And if that's any reason, I don't want that, we don't want that to be any reason why a kid doesn't play or participate. So.
As a high school sport, it starts at the 9th grade?
It does. Eligibility starts in 9th grade. We've opened our practices up for 8th graders the last few years to help them get involved. It's a sport, especially on the girls' side, where you may have never played, but you could come out, and because of the people we have out there, they can take a kid and within a week they've got them comfortable with the game. And I think that's a big thing, is that kids are scared of failure. And I understand that it's hard to go out and not be good at something in front of your peers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, well, I can speak as an adult who didn't start the game until much later in life. You know, it was hard for me to do that. So we try to go talk to them and encourage them and let them know. You know, it's like Anna Torres has such great hand-eye coordination. You know, she's able to pick it up quickly. Ian Ellison came last year as a ninth grader, and he had never played golf, and right now he's right there going back between 1 and 2 with Chase Burwald with his scores. But he's got great hands and he's got great hand-eye coordination, and so he picked it up quickly.
When's your next match?
We play Wednesday at home at 12 o'clock noon versus Harrison, and Salem are coming over here. And then Thursday at home, same time, against Valley Springs. And I'm trying to invite another school on the girls' side to come on Thursday, because Valley Springs only has one girl, you know, and so we need to get more girls so we can have a competition there for our girls.
There you go. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to join us this morning. We'll do it again toward basketball season.
Well, thank you guys for having us and recognizing and supporting our programs.
You bet. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We're going to be back with Coach Steve Jones. We're going to talk about Yellville Summit football. Be back in just a minute.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. Via the modern technology of a Zoom call, we've got the athletic director, Steve Jones, with us from Yellville, and Coach Justin Crane. How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
I wanted to make sure we had y'all on. I understand that you won your season opener.
Yes, sir. First one in 10 years.
10 years. How's that feel, Coach Crane?
It was great. You're going.
Coach, you're going to have to sit still and move up closer to the phone a little bit, because when you move, it breaks up your mic. There you go. Now let's try it.
Going 1-0 to start the year naturally gives the kids confidence, and the town is very proud and looking forward to seeing them at home Friday night.
Coach Jones, as the athletic director, how you feel about that big win?
Just totally psyched about it. I ain't gonna say it's the biggest win ever or anything like that, but it's the biggest one in a while. We go down to Little Rock and play a private school, and I'll admit I had some concerns, but you never know what what a private school is going to have from year to year. And I thought, well, if we could skip out there with a 21-14 victory, I feel pretty good about that. And I think, what was it, 47 to 18. And, you know, it was never, I don't think it was ever in doubt from the opening drive, which was like 12 plays and a touchdown or something like that. Had several Panthers turn in big.
Several what?
Several players had big games. Coach Crane can tell you about that.
Yeah.
Big games for players.
Coach,
on both sides of the ball.
Coach, what was the highlight of the game for you, other than the final score?
Just seeing how physical we were. Our defense was hitting. Our offense was driving them. I mean, it was a total domination as far as physicality.
If you had to pick a player of the game, who would it be?
Our offensive line and Landon Kiter.
And for what reason would you pick Landon Carter?
Well, he wouldn't have what he had. He wouldn't have had 241 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns if it weren't for all those guys up front blocking for him.
There you go.
So, you know, they opened holes for him all night long, and we ended up with, overall, I think it was 32 carries for 410 yards of offense, 410 yards rushing. And we were perfect in the passing game, 1 of 1 for a 2-point conversion.
There you go. We talked when you were here a couple weeks ago about the run-pass option. Did you see any of it? Did you play any of it?
No, when you're running for 10 and 12 yards a chunk, I'm not going to throw the ball till they stop our run. There was no point in it.
No point in it.
No.
Coach Jones, you've got to be happy with what's going on in your football program in Yellville.
Absolutely, very happy. Because it's a big deal when the season opener. Half the teams in the state went home upset Friday night. We did not. So that's a big deal.
Absolutely. When you have a new conference like you're in, it makes you worry a little bit about what you're going to see because you haven't seen it before. Has Baptist Prep always been in the conference that they're in, and what size school are they?
Well, they just dropped down to 2A this year. Several years ago they were 4A. Last year they were 3A, and then they dropped to 2A this year. And Hooten's actually had them ranked as a number 7 team in 2A, preseason number 7 team in 2A. So you know we went down there and beat a top 10 2A school, you know, which I don't think's been done around here for a long time.
It's a welcome change. What's your next opponent? Who do you play next?
Johnson County Westside here Friday night.
I bet your town's going to be a buzz. There won't be an open seat anywhere.
It'll be packed.
It'll be packed.
Coach Jones, you got anything special going on for this home opener?
No, the home openers. It is what it is. It's the. You know, as you know, we have special nights every Friday night, except for the home opener. We beat the home opener. You know, we're fired up to get going and hope everything goes off without a hitch. There's a lot of moving parts to having a home football game. Nobody realizes how much. And I think we've got everything lined up, ready to go. Hope so.
Absolutely. Coach Jones, did you come out with no injuries? No, I'm sorry. Coach Crane. Coach Crane, did you come out with no injuries?
Couple bumps and bruises, and then a sore ankle. But other than that, we should be ready to go.
Ready to go. Pumped up and fired up and ready to tear them up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coach Jones, when you were here a couple weeks ago, I meant to ask you, what's the motto of the year?
Well, we try to do a play on words, and so it's why yes is the motto of the year, and we have some T-shirts on the front. They have a big YS across the chest, and on the back it says why yes.
Okay.
It actually works better visually than it does audibly.
I got one.
Oh, Coach Crane's going to get one of the shirts. But
Is it my 3X he's going to show us here?
no, but I've got one for you. There's the front. And why, yes.
I love it.
We're choosing YS. It's our choice. We're excited about it. We've had, our school numbers are growing. We've had people move in, and it's an exciting time at Yellville Summit.
I bet it is. What is your school enrollment this year?
Somewhere in the 950 range.
Wow. It really is growing.
And it is. And just to put something in perspective, we scrimmaged Berryville last week. Their student enrollment is 1,900. And I thought we were better. We put a better team on the field than they did. And that's not a knock against Berryville. They have some good athletes. That's a brag on us.
Well deserved, though. Coach Crane, your team makeup, the way it was laid out, the way we talked about it while you were here, you've done some great team building with your guys over the summer. Do you think that has a lot to do with how they play on Friday night?
No, absolutely. These guys, our team last year, it seemed like it was divided. You had your seniors, and then you had everybody else. And they never hung out as teammates. Seniors hung out with seniors. The other guys hung out with each other. This year, they still go down to Crooked Creek or go down to the river or go to one of them's house after almost every practice, or go down to Sonic and just hang out, all of them together. So they're a very close group. They take coaching very well, and they get coached very tough. Very, very tough, old school coaching, and they soak it in, and they love being around each other. When they're in this locker room, I mean, it's like there's a jungle going on because they're having fun, and that's before going out, knowing that they have to go out for 3 hours in 95-degree weather. So they have a genuine bond and genuine care and love for each other.
And as always, Coach Jones, I bet you've got 80% of your football team is probably multi-sport athletes.
A big part of them are, as soon as football's over, they'll head to the gym, and then from there they'll go to the baseball field. So it's just the way it is. And golf. We have some playing golf right now too.
So no such thing as specialization in Yellville Summit.
Not very many. Just a few, very few. That makes a better athlete.
Absolutely, it sure does. So Friday night, you're hosting one more time?
Johnson County West Side.
Johnson County West Side's coming to Yellville Summit on Friday night. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. And
yes, sir.
No extra festivities going on, but it's going to be, you better go early or you're not going to get a seat, I bet you.
Every other home game, we've got festivities. This is the home opener, and it's going to stand on its own.
But like I say, you've got new visitor bleachers.
Yes.
So there'll be a little bit extra room for the visitor side. But if you want to sit on the home side where all the excitement's at, you probably ought to get to the stadium a little bit early.
Well, we also have the grassy knoll.
The grassy knoll.
Where a lot of people, grassy knoll. We have you may or may not have noticed this, but one edge of our field a little higher than it's kind of, we're known for this around the state, actually.
Yes.
And we have a lot of people come bring lawn chairs and set up on the high end of it's really the practice field where they're sitting, but it's kind of sits up above the football field. So we get a lot of people sitting in there. We call it the grassy.
When people say that's a downhill runner, they must be headed south at Yellville.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what the difference in one end of the field and the other end is.
Yeah, we'll keep that as a secret. Is that why you always defer?
Yes.
Is that why you always defer and take the north end?
Sometimes.
Could be.
Guys, we're running out of time. We appreciate you joining us this morning. We'll talk to you again in a week or two. Good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
You're watching XL7 Morning Show. We'll be back tomorrow.